Hello YouTube and welcome to the dojo. You're here with Samurai Man. And today we have Transformers Prime Sergeant Cup. And as you can see, it's a nice little tribute to the G1 style cup. It is a pickup truck. It is green. It's got some nice like brass, bronzish for the metal parts here. And it's got a nice kind of like a lime green for detailing, a nice little complementary detail. Clear blue plastic for the windshields, and storage for the guns, and if you'd like, you can put them on the pegs on the side. Do one for each side, actually. So there's that. I like it. It's also got black tires. Once again, I apologize for the lighting. Bad weather and such. And that's just a bit about the truck mode. And yes, you can store these weapons back here, but unfortunately that doesn't solve the gap issue. As you can see, there is a big old gap in this pickup truck. I could actually stick my whole pinky, well not my whole pinky, but I could stick my pinky through it and hold it as a ring. This is my new ring. Cup edition. So that's one problem. There's only really one thing I ask of my pickup truck alt modes, and that's for them to have a bed, really. I mean, that's the whole point of a pickup truck, is the bed. And he doesn't really have one, so that kind of sucks. But if you look at it from this angle, it looks fine, I suppose, so I guess we can forgive it. And just for a nice little size comparison, here is the Masterpiece Optimus Prime roller that comes with it. And as you can see, they are almost the same size. Roller is a bit smaller, but that's just showing how big Roller is and how small Sergeant Cup is. On this guy, just start by taking this whole front bumper grill, everything, this whole thing, and you want to kind of lift it up and out of this area. Yeah, see, there you go. Kind of just want to lift it all up and out, pop it out. Oh yeah, pull up this also, that would help. Pull the arms out. You can see they're just arms right there. Might as well split the legs out also. Just they all tab in via these little tabs. Pull them out, and we'll flip the legs forward. We'll just do the legs for now. And you see there's this piece right here, right there, this big chunk. You just want to bring it, actually, you want to take this whole torso section, push it up so that reveals the head, and then pull this whole big chunk section down, if you can. It's really tightly there. It's just on a hinge, but it's very tight, so if you can, there you go. Pull it down so now the legs are like this. Bring the legs down. That just makes them a bit more even. It evens them out so they're more with the waist area. So then what you want to do is just take this section and lift it up and then bring out the foot. Do the same thing on both sides. Just take this section, lift it up, bring out the foot. Now what you're going to want to do is just take these things here, these parts of the bumper grill, the whole thing, and actually move these tires out of the way. There we go. So just split those apart. Bring these wheel sections up, or what will be the shoulders. Take the hand and then just fold it, and then just bring it the way you want to face it. So obviously you want to have the fist. Oops, you want to have the fist facing forwards. So do that on both sides. Flip it up, bring it, turn it. Done. Now we're done with the arms. So now it's pretty much just the head area, head shoulders. We'll call it that, head and shoulders. So normally, what you do is just, once again, just lift this part up and out. The only thing that's holding it in place is just friction, really. So you just want to have to lift and pull it out. There we go. See? It's just really friction is all it is. So take this whole front area and we'll fold it in. There's a little clear plastic peg right there. Just push it into the corresponding hole. If you can. Oops. Maybe if I... There we go. Just had to fold it first. And there we go. Now it's folded in. This is the tricky part. There's a lot of little tabs all in here that you have to line up all in the little holes throughout this shoulder area. So just fiddle with it line up everything, just make sure it's all lined up. You just have this little panel, flip it back, but that kind of looks dumb with this giant protruding hood. So if you want what everyone else is doing, just take it off. It just clips on, so you can just take off the little clip area and go ahead and pop it back on. Now we have our nice Sergeant Cup in robot mode, and he looks great. I like him. I like this robot mode. I have no complaints about it whatsoever. I don't mind the color scheme really at all. I just like the fact that he's Cup. I just like that we have a Cup figure. That's cool. So if you want, take the cannons. And they actually do, these hollow areas do fit over the little bits of plastic over there. So it was nice that they did that for us. So now he's got his dual wielding cannons. I like it. But what you can also do is combine them. Oops. See, there we go. Just peg them together. Now he's got one massive cannon. So as you can see, he's got a really nice head sculpt. It does look more Ironhide than it does Cup, but I still like it nonetheless. He's got a cool, nice little Autobot logo in the same kind of brass, bronze-ish color here. For comparisons, I have here the Generations Cup and Terracon Cliff Jumper, and I have the Voyager Dreadwing, just to show you the scale of his size. So he's a bit smaller than even Terracon Cliff Jumper. He's a bit small of a figure, and of course he's obviously smaller than Dreadwing. And I just like to show off the different, you know, versions of the figures if I have them. So here's Cup, you know, in the Generations line. For articulation, you can move his arms up about that much at the shoulder. Not really that much, but you don't need that much. Ball joint at the elbow, so you can move it all around. Same thing, ball joint at the shoulder as well. Move it all around. Ball joint at the hip, so you can bring it out about that much, up and down, ball joint. And then a ratchet, as well, kind of a ratchet at the knee. Wait, it has a bend at the knee, that's all that's important. Thigh swivel, love thigh swivel, good for posing. No waist swivel, just because its transformation is made that way, unfortunately. His head is on a ball joint, so you can turn it a bit, but just because of all the clutter, it's kind of hard to get a grip on it. But that's really it for articulation. Oh yeah, and ankle movement. As you saw, that's also partially due to transformation. So that's his articulation. Transform this guy back, just flip this piece back up, get it all untabbed and such. Just remember, that was all tabbed up. Bring this part down, we'll leave it hanging for now. Push these back in. They're on the slider joint, so you just want to push them back in. Remember, this part is plugged in, so pull it out. Flip out the leg, or flip them back up actually, because they were down and now you want to flip them up. Because that will release this little slider joint here, because it holds them in place. And then what you want to do is just open up the hands, or the forearms actually, it's the whole forearms you want to open up. Take the legs, we'll do the legs now. So what you want to do is just flip them down, and then bring them back up. And just make sure that they line up properly, or else they won't go. See, there we go. So you do that, and then do it on both sides. Like I said, make sure they're lined up properly, or else they won't fit properly in. There we go. There we go. See, that's all there. And now, what you want to do is just line everything up properly now. Make the legs face each other, so that way they can just peg in. There we go. Hear that nice click. Bring this back, this whole section back. This can get tricky. What you want to do is kind of simultaneously line up the arms and the hood, roof, everything, all at the same time. You want to just get it all to line up together, kind of at the same time. It's really annoying, but I find it's the best way to do it. So you want to have this in, because if you do this, you see it won't line up properly in here. So it's very tricky. And there he is back in vehicle mode. So there are some parts that you have to do together, or else it won't line up properly, which is kind of annoying. So there is that. But overall, I very much enjoy this. This has been Samurai Man. I want you guys to have a great day.